Testing. Okay. Just give this a second here. Hello, John. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm just getting set up for a second. That's calibration. It's need to fix the focus and everything. Anyway, today, well, it's May the 3rd, but it falls on a Saturday, and tomorrow is May the 4th. So today we're gonna do something. Well, I do have a few Star Wars kits. Anyway, so today we're building this. Very glary. And it's wrapped in plastic. This is Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars. Bandai makes the best Star Wars kits. That's simple fact. There's like other manufacturers, Rebel. There's a few others. They mostly make like what's it called? Action figures. They make action figures and not things you can build. Oh, they do make things you can build, but the quality is kind of meh. Or this Lego, which is still Lego. It's Lego, but it's not realistic. Distributed by Bluefin in the US. Yeah, so these aren't sold out of Japan directly unless you go to like a small shop, which is kind of ignoring Bandai. Because Bandai doesn't like. I mean, there's some like legal bullcrap or something that prevents you from buying those directly. You have to like go for a distributor. So let me just get rid of this because it's gonna be a bit glary. This is like wrapped in plastic and sealed. I haven't opened this since I bought this. This is a kit from 2018. I believe I bought it around the same time. So I've had this kit for like quite a long time. Hello Marcel, how you doing? We're doing the unwrapping. Alright, so look at his face. He's kind of different these days. Yeah, there's this horrifying looking thing here, which I don't know if you can see. This thing calls on spoons. That's nice. Oh yeah, that's the trick. You can like because it's polystyrene, so you can paint spoons just to see how it looks. Or practice essentially on back of spoons. Getting the right consistency. But yeah, this is new technology. Triaxial jet finish. Dude, I don't know. But basically, yeah, this is like the face. I'm guessing comes repaint. It looks like it. This is Darth Vader's face. You can see the resemblance with Darth Vader here because his face is just like horrifyingly just like up in the air, like just hope like that. So it's, yeah. But this is how it looks, I'm guessing, once you assemble it. But this is not at all this like weird Ken doll looking face here. That's not how he... That's not what you're gonna get. You're gonna get something else here. You're gonna get exactly the same thing. Oh, there you go. This is how it's gonna look. It's already pre-printed, so you have some... Of course, if you haven't seen Star Wars... Well, never mind then. So Luke Skywalker, Tatooine farm boy who rose to the humble beginnings. Okay, that's like skipping a few things. Yeah, this is from, well, the first one. Episode 6. So, yeah, we're building that. And, yeah, I built the Stormtrooper before. And then you do get the helmet. Don't tell me. Comes with Stormtrooper. So you can build a regular Stormtrooper, or you can just put Luke's head on it. Is he shorter than regular Stormtroopers? We're gonna find out. Because story-wise, he's supposed to be shorter. I hope there's no additional picture anywhere showing him next to another Stormtrooper and they end up being the same size, because that's gonna be that's stupid. I don't like this. Stupid bluefin. Preventing me from buying stuff from Japan. And disappointment. There we go. They're about the same size, which is kind of like in the story, like if you remember the line from the movie, rather short for a Stormtrooper, because Luke is kind of short. I mean, he's a little short. We'll compare with a regular Stormtrooper. I think I have one somewhere. So we're gonna get a short Stormtrooper out of this, hopefully. And yeah. This is his face. That's to scale, I think, maybe. That's how big it will be in real life. Well, not in real life. Like, once you finish it, it should be about this big. And, yeah. Actually, let me get a thumbnail here. And I'm going to be posting that places. Do share, like, and all that. Post it on Twitter, if you have Twitter, Facebook, you have Facebook, just post it places. Post a link to this. And if you're new here, do like, subscribe, and all that. Let me just post that for a second. I'm gonna get back to this. Yeah, it's a kit from 2018, so we do have English. Yeah, we do have English. We have stickers. Let me just post my stuff first, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm doing this out of order here. Hold on. A little bit of technical difficulties off screen, just don't mind me. Admire the face of the baby man, or the baby face of the man. The man base face. Well, you get the idea. I have so many tabs open. Can't find the one I'm looking for. Alright, so hopefully that works. Anyhow, alright, so we're building this, and this, the camera's probably too bright. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we got a bunch of yeah, you got a lot of weapons. You got this M60. Is that an M60? I think it's an M60. Ah. Yeah, it is an M60. Looks like an M60 here. Kind of heavy machine gun there. If you ever played like the old Star Wars games, I think it shows up in there. What was it called? Dark Forces? Dark Forces 2? I do play those again. Yeah, E11 blaster rifle, DEET heavy blaster rifle, short range combat pistol. So you get a few things in here. What is that? Comes with his hip grappling hook from the movie holster. Because there's that scene where he's like swinging around. So you do get a little thing here. Triaxial jetfish was a facial with shadows. New triaxial jetfish technology used by the free direction front, left, right. Well, these days we have tampon printing, which is different. So basically, this is painted, and not. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, it's not damaged. So there's also a Han Solo version, which I also have, but we'll build some other day. Be connected. You can connect them. Yeah. So basically, oh, it does say adjusted the size of the. So yeah. So we'll compare with the actual thing in a minute. All right. So. Very blurry. Alright, that should do it. So let's do the unbox. It's a very like shallow, well, short box. So it might be simple, might be complicated. Star Wars kits usually are very dense. Let's open this. Open the other box. There we go. The outside is black. That's a sign that this is a fancy looking thing, a fancy thing. Kind of like real grade is black, but the Star Wars kits have had like the black, glossy, semi-gloss, I guess, outside of the inner box forever. So they are like higher quality. They're not high grade. They're like somewhere in between. They're like smaller than master grade, but they are definitely. There you are. This is painted. I'm guessing spray painted for an automated process. Yeah, this is butt in there. This is, yeah, it looked weirder on the box because it's like this. And actually, I'm not gonna open this just yet. It is kind of. I'm not sure like why the frame here is like a semi-hexagon thing here. It's like angled, I guess, to protect the back, but shouldn't you be more worried about protecting the front? Alright, so we have the instructions. This is like a high grade instruction sheet because we don't have staples. It's not a booklet, it's just a scroll. And this is from 2000, so this is like fairly recent when you consider like how long these have been around. Well, 2012-ish, I can't remember. But basically, show you have buttons. So we're gonna have to. They give you like tiny of water slide decals to put on there apparently. So we have one expression, I don't have multiple expressions. This isn't a figure-eyes kit, and I don't know what this is. Is this an addendum? What is this? Hold up now. Oh, it is there. Is there a mistake or something? Why is there two separate? Did they misprint this one? This is different. Or is this like this is the length of paper they usually have, and maybe it went a bit too long and they had to like add extra instructions on the sheet here. But this here, why is this here? What the hell? Why do we have two separate? It's very similar to this. We do have a little bit here, but I guess this is some. I have no clue. No idea whatsoever. We do have the Stormtrooper helmet thing, which is this is like okay. This is very similar to like a Zaku, not a Zaku, the one I built yesterday, not yesterday, the day before. The Gira Zulu helmet, or very Zaku-like helmet. Or very like, well, they all have the same imagery of the German helmet from World War II. So that's why it's very similar. Let's get these open. Yeah, it's the Star Wars kit, so I mean, those have had traditionally very dense. Not material, like, okay, it's a bit heavy. No, it is heavy. What the hell? Somewhat heavy runner here. The material is like quite dense, and also the number of parts per runners is quite high. So that's how I'm saying it's dense. It's like very shiny, very glossy looking thing here. Oh yeah, the thighs are kind of short. So it is a little bit shorter. Very shiny shoes. The Emperor likes them glossy. It's still the white parts, those are black. So it's color-wise, it's a very simple kit. I mean, it's very simple like things. We do have like tiny little things there. Little what's going on? Hold up. We're doing this live, sometimes we get a little bit of interruptions. Okay, anyway, yeah, you do have tiny just for the buttons, they're all like slightly different shades. And yeah, you got lots of little things there. This also for the look at that, that's the face. Now you can't even see it. 15 and 10 make these little area here, that's a face. These are water slide decals. Okay, over there. We also get thin stickers. Are very similar. Yeah, it's almost exactly the same. You also have a face here. Almost exactly. I don't know why do we need the these. These are the Empire's. That's the Empire's logo-ish thing. Why do we even put that? There's no. You wouldn't put that on the Stormtrooper. I don't know why we have that. And maybe on the base as a decoration, I guess. Maybe that's where it goes. We do have a base which like connects, like all Star Wars kits have come with the base, but like interconnected. You can kind of like connect them, kind of if you have multiple of them. And you have the little part here to like do the actual connection to like kind of snap it under there, and just get rid of that. All right, so I don't know. I'm not gonna use the water slide decals right now. This might take a while and be a mess up. So for now, actually, this is like very different. The hashing here is like very. It's like a different thing. Oh, almost. Like there's more detail on here than there is here. Interesting. But yeah, we're gonna try and build that as quickly as we can. and the other skin parts. Yeah, I'm a bit confused, like why we have this here. Hold up, is that the part? No, that is not the part. Usually they'll show you like a part from the kit, which they do on the main instruction sheet. I don't know why they added this extra sheet here. That's unusual. Alright, so let's get cracking, shall we? What is this even? Looks like a completely inside part. You have a piece of neck. You have the hair, the look. I don't know why they call the haircut. Well, it's a very common haircut for the era. That time period, the 70s. So people kind of, I guess, accused. Well, if you think about it, it's not real true. They kind of like there's lots of, because those days the space age was like people were going to the moon. Like a few years ago, people landed on the moon. There was like the space race still. So lots of stuff were happening, and science fiction was quite. Okay, this could break. Hopefully not. All right. That should do. Now we're doing for. Let's see if check our focus. Oh yeah, that'll do. All right. So now we're gonna start building this thing. If we start figuring out where. Copycat look. That's probably why we can't. I don't know. Like this, I'm like 2014. So these runners, these parts are from the original. Little foot here for the thing. These are from the regular Stormtrooper, and this one is 2014. What the? I guess it just scaled down a bit. I don't know. It says it's like it's. The kit is from 2018, but these parts are from 2014. I guess this one is from. I can't read that. I have no idea. There's a code here, but 2018. I'm guessing. Yeah, 2018. So some of them are 2014. Those aren't. This is like polycap sheet here. So this thing does have polycaps. Yeah, this is 2018. So I guess a few parts, including his face, which are from 2018, but the rest are from the original 2014 Stormtrooper kit. Alright, so let's find step 1. Do not separate parts from sprue until ready to assemble. Why? That's all I do. That's my whole shtick. It says in big red and angry, do not separate parts from sprue until ready to assemble. I remember building the Stormtrooper when I was all in Japanese. I felt like I probably messed up a thing or two, but this one has both Japanese and English because it's in 2016. So maybe we'll be able to do a better job here. So we start with SW, Star Wars F5. You know what? I'm gonna get all the parts off. You can't stop me. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the hips. Yeah, that's not. Because the worst thing that can happen, you like mix the left and right legs. So 1 and 2, this requires a little bit of double nipping because it's in a weird position. Alright, you pop out and get our fairly clean, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so we just pop these together. Or actually, there we go. Still UF. We're starting with the head. So it says, I guess for this one you have because this is painted. I'm a bit worried about this. That it might scratch off. I mean, it's very well done. It's not I guess there's a clear coat or some sort of it protecting it, but yeah, it's kind of worried like it might, because they say it's paint triaxial jet printing technology thing that we're talking about here. Hello, Haven. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm looking. This is the only different. I was mentioning this earlier. This is the only different, like the hip part there. That's the only different runner compared to the rest. And welcome. Do stay a while and listen, or something. That's the wrong universe. I don't need that just yet, but I'm going to keep it over there. So these are the neck. Although the neck isn't really visible, so why do I even have to build it? It's like one of those hidden details, like how some kits have a little bit of absolute territory included. And come on, kids, get in there. And just clear out this bit there. A little bit of nub. Probably should have pre-drilled that a little bit. Why do we have a seam? Yeah, there's kind of a bit of a seam here, which is not great. Let me try pre-drilling this, see if that does any difference. Probably won't, but we'll try. This is an old, like, it's not the kit from like 2025 or something, so I do see. Like areas where it might not fit perfectly, but still 2018, so not too bad. But it is based off parts from the 2014 kit mostly, so it might have some problems. So just pre-drill that and see if that fits any better. Not really doing any different here. I guess we're gonna need some plastic cement at some point to kind of get all that lined up. Alright, so now we can get the face. Oh, and this thing. Get the nubs. Get the nub here, because we don't want it scratching up the polycap. Now, very carefully. Actually, let me double nip this. Very carefully. You can see the resemblance with Darth Vader. There's like weird carbonite looking cage there. Need to be super careful not to scratch the clear coat. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is tampo paint. Because what it says is like it's triaxial something or other. Very carefully, very close shave. I think it's like this is like spray painted or something, and then there's a clear coat. Just try not to damage them too much. You don't want to. If you're using like sandpaper like wraps and would damage it more. So here I'm like using a very small patch of contact here with the file because it's harder. So just trying to get that. There we go. Trying to get my fingerprints too much on his face. Yeah, this is I think before tampo print because I have like it might be like early tampo print, I don't know. Look at his face. So accurate. Like yeah, this is Luke. Definitely Luke. He has those crafty things here. He got that from his dad. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody right now. Unless you're very, very young. You don't know who Luke's father is. But yeah, that was he got those from his dad, like grafting holes for his mask. That's why he has the hair over his forehead. Like, no, don't look at my grafting holes. He's very sensitive about those. So I get the hair. What did you do with the hair again? Given a rear skylight with a brown gold metallic finish. I might do that. Thanks for the tip. Just double nip a little bit so we don't want to accidentally gouge the hair there. It was the 70s, people used ozone layer depleting hairspray. Like no tomorrow. I think the ozone layer is like safe for now. Remember that? The hole in the ozone layer? That used to be a thing. Because people in the 70s needed to have fantastic hair. That was important. These days people's hair just they look normal. So it's all nutrients. Before it was just a clear coat of plastic covering your hair. Trying to get those very tiny nubs. I'm spending probably way too much time on the head there. That's going to be the most visible thing, so I'm trying to get the nubs down. Exactly. It's not a mechanical part. It's not a. I can't like file straight planes or regular shapes. So I have to be a bit careful when I'm filing down these nubs. So I'm going a little bit carefully here. Trying not to damage the locks. gonna end up leaving holes in there in the head. But yeah, down the road you can like use some plastic cement to kind of like melt the parts together a little bit. Alright, and then finally a little whistly. Big cans of Aquanet. Yeah, flat coat the face. Yeah. Alright, like that. It's kind of shiny right now. I mean, but it's realistic. Real people's faces are a little bit shiny. So yeah, maybe like a semi-gloss, maybe, to just... It might make it the same. But I'm kind of a little bit worried about that. If they're right, like... It's probably just a layer of paint under there. So it could get scratched, so just a little worried about that. And we're almost done with the hair, and we can get the head put together. Alright. Oh no, there's a little bit here. I should probably find more reasonable music for this, but it'll have to do. Star Wars music is licensed. So if I did that, I'd get... Oh, what the heck, I forgot one completely. I'd get like a copyright strike. There are some like Star Wars like music, I guess, but it sounds worse. Because it sounds similar to the original and then you're using a fake one. It just makes things worse. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too much damage. Not because of this. Why do you feel like you're at the old... Like, I don't get it. Alright, so... Head goes there. This is the number 3. Pre-drilling helps parts go together smoothly. And also it helps like if you have to separate them later on. You're not forcing the parts apart. Alright, let's press on the face without... Which way is it up? That way is up. Let's press on the chin and the forehead, so not on the nose. Let's slide in there, very nice. Seriously, it looks very much like him. Like I've seen a lot of like, not Motoroid, Mafex kids. It always looks a bit uncanny, like in the pictures. I don't know how it looks. Let me see. Oh, the last song? Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have... I need to... Okay, let me just see. Okay, yeah, no. I don't have anything interesting. That's what you're gonna... yeah, yeah, you can't find... Oh, basically, you do this and this. Alright. Yeah, it's difficult finding music that fits anything. Okay, so then this goes on the side. And already it is not fitting. Why? It covers the ear a little bit. Let's try a different way. Did I do this wrong, perhaps? Let's just scrape that a little bit. Just for it to fit a little less snugly. No, that's the wrong one. Okay, maybe it's this one. Nope. Probably should have looked at the numbers. Ah, there we go. Okay, it makes more sense to put the back piece last, rather than what it's saying to put the... Oh, look at that. Nice little art there. Fitting No, my grafting holes. Hide them with my bags. You got that from his dad. Yeah, I think I made that joke already. Nobody laughed. Yeah. Okay, let's do on this one. Just basically shaving just a little bit off the pegs or the holes to kind of just make them a little bit looser. Helps with the parts sliding in easier. And yep, that works. Look at his face. That is Luke. Very much Luke. I haven't seen this face in a long time. Can't say I cared much for the J.J. Abrams versions. It's like more like a well, it's like high budget. It basically feels like Game of Thrones. Okay, maybe not. Hold up. The back of the head is has a bit of a gap. Maybe I was supposed to. Okay, maybe that does anything. Push that in there, push that back. Try to press all these together. Still kind of a gap, but I can kind of, with a bit of cement, you can kind of like melt that gap and kind of close it, so it might be fine. At least from a distance, you won't really be able to tell. But there you go. This is Luke. This is very nice. I haven't really built like people like kits with people like realistic people faces before. But this is not bad at all. Like it always looks weird and awkward in pictures, like in the previews. It's like, yeah, this is kind of uncanny. I'm not sure about this, but this is not bad at all. In person, it looks really good. It's really nice. Very nice. Okay, now we need to find a way to put it somewhere so it doesn't get damaged. Okay, you're gonna go on your little bed there. This is a head holder so that it doesn't get, the nose isn't in contact with the table, and it fails. Oh, I'm gonna leave it here for a bit. Stay there. We're done with these runners. All right, So let's try to pick it up. So A40. Step 2, the chest, I'm guessing. Alright, A40, and I'm guessing A41. And A45. Alright. A45. Here. Yeah, those runners are very, very dense. Lots of parts. Like Star Wars kits usually have very, very high part count. If it wasn't for, like, the fact there's no like gimmicks usually, unless, well, there's like X-Wing, I think, had like some, usually there's like one gimmick per kit, but because of the low gimmick count, I guess it doesn't count as master grade, but more high grade. But it's not high grade, it's like high quality than high grade, clearly. So I don't know where it sits really in the grade in the system. Alright, so we also need the white parts. We need B39, B25, B24, 34, 10, 1047. Surprisingly few parts. Let's try to get this. One's a kind of a thick. Because I guess the material is denser, they had to make the gates thicker. It does, the runner does feel heavy. So it's shiny and dense and hard plastic. I think the face is better with black series of those action. Yeah. Action figures are, especially when they use like the real like the live action actor's face. They always creep me out a little bit. That's just me though. Or maybe some other people too. And it's a little creepy. But this one doesn't look too bad. It's kind of hard, like if you're, well, anime stuff, like it's kind of hard because it's 2D and you're like translating to 3D, although some stuff they really get it right. But this one, yeah, not bad at all. Very nice. I'm gonna keep saying that, but this is very nice. Like I have the Han Solo one as well. I just want to build that at some point. It looks weird on the box, like the picture, I'm not gonna lie. But in person, not too bad. Oh, I guess this is like the one we're seeing here in the instruction sheet. Is the blank unpainted face. This is how it's molded, but I guess after painting it looks like that. Makes you want to learn how to properly paint things with airbrushes and stuff, but I'm probably never gonna be good enough at that. Okay, so what else do we need? 34, 47, 34, and 47. This like these, well, I mean, it's only this part, but like things that have very few colors, like this one is just black and white, so it's really easy to locate what it is you're looking for. Do we have 45? That is 45. And B46, 46, 46, 46. No, wait. 44, 40. Where are you? This is runner. Hold up. This is 48. 45, 46. Oh yeah, there's a big old check there. Every now and then it says check! Exclamation point. check your work before proceeding. So the straps for the thing there. What else do we need? B47, blah, blah, this, I think I got all the parts. Plus polycaps. Alright, polycap 9, 11, 8. That's it. 8, 9, 11. I kind of want to go to the Olive Garden randomly. One of these days, I'm gonna finish that never-ending pasta bowl. You feel like family when you're there. Well, not really, but kind of. I mean, it's edible. Not that expensive for the amount of volume you get. Okay, so... I feel like they tried to open an Olive Garden in Italy at some point. Maybe that was an Onion article, maybe. I don't know why we're talking about the Olive Garden now. Alright, so start with a 40 and check for all the nubs everywhere. Polycap 9, which is in there, and it won't go in. No, wait, maybe that's how far it goes. There we go. Try not to crush the polycap. These are flexible material, so it's gonna pop in there a little bit. A little pop. You have to wiggle it in a little bit. Because if it's not fitting in all the way, like when you put the other part on top, it will kind of prevent it from connecting. And just a little bit of a pre-drill here and there, just at the entrance. So this goes on there. Obvious word for nothing. Get that lined up. Slice off any excess. Sure you find all the nubs there. Oh, and I forgot one. Pop that open again. And that goes there, like so. There we go. Nice and tight. Very, very tight. On the back, we get B39. This is glossy, so if you're using sandpaper or anything, either you have to use very, very high grit, or you just have to be very light. I mean, you always have to be very light on the sanding, filing, and all that. That pops that. on there. Like so. B25. Yeah. I don't know if it was like a... Might have been an Onion article. Somehow, in my memory, it's like, oh, it really happened. But Chipotle is trying to open restaurants in Mexico. I mean, technically it's no longer Mexican food, it's like Texan something or other. So it could be different. And Mexican food really is... well, it's pretty much... no, it's fine. Chipotle, I don't know what that is. Okay, so get these off, and these are number 3. Might not be all that necessary for these, but I'm just in case. So you're supposed to go there, like that. Very nice. On the back we have B24. There's like that's kind of funny to me. Like every now and then there's a big old check. Check. What are you doing? What are we checking? What happened? Yeah, the belt. I missed that comment. But yeah, I remember that. I built the regular Stormtrooper. Like the belt was like, I think the belt kind of broke. I take a look at it. Like bits of it kind of broke off because I kept assembling it, getting it wrong, doing it again, getting it wrong again, and a few bits and pieces kind of broke. And yeah, we're gonna see how this one goes. All right, the number 2 here, just a little bit of a drill. And come on now. Nice. Very nice. We're not putting stickers on there yet. But I feel there should be something on the back. Or not? There's nothing on the back? Well, there's nothing on the back. Never mind. There should be something on the back. Alright, and then that's... what the hell was that? That was weird. And the straps there, which are like... they show you like which the pointy bit goes on the side there. Like so. And like so. Very nice. Now, A45, which is basically a bunch of spikes for the buttons. What I could do... hey, you know what? Let's do that. Just for a second there. Okay, so it goes that way, so 9, 17, 19, 20. Okay, so they're different colors. What's the point of... okay, that's not gonna work, but we can try this one. That's a paint marker, just dab it on the things there. Dab, 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 dab. and dab, 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 dab. The rest are gray. I hope I have a gray one. Well, this might be metallic, but that will be fine. Let's take a look how that. Close enough. I mean, it's not exactly. That's a bit off. Oh wait, no, I did have actual gray. My bad. Make that a little bit less shiny, shall we? Dab, dab, dab. These are very useful to have. Alright, let it dry for a second. That way I'm done. I don't have to like mess with like tiny water slide decals or anything on the outside. I already have this pre-painted. Actually, let me dry. This is dry for a second. Meanwhile, let's go back here. Now we just have. Let me clean the other parts while I wait for this. The only problem is that you have to wait like a minute or two for it to dry completely. It's the reason why I don't paint when I'm doing these, like this kind of dry builds. This one's clean. I feel like newer kits tend to leave more pronounced gouges and like stress lines. Even though the plastic is softer, it shouldn't be causing problems like that. Notice that with like some of the newer kits where the plastic is softer. Older kits had this one for example has very hard plastic. Cuts cleaner somehow because it doesn't get crushed when you cut it with slices, which is a bit counterintuitive, but there we go. Alright, B47 onto this. So that's a number 2 hole here, so I'm just going to drill this. Okay, so let's try to line that up. Look at that. Very nice. Well, you can barely tell. Trying to get some bit of blue back on there because one of them's kind of not blue enough. Make sure you always color your markers. You don't want your markers to dry out. Alright. Now and then very slight. And pop that on there, and that should carefully without messing with it. Very nice. I don't usually paint stuff because I suck at it, but it's nice when you have just like very small things you need to paint to make it pop out. So it's raining outside. That's why I'm getting some noise being picked up by the microphone there. It's actually raining heavily over here, so if you hear some noise when I'm talking, that's because of the heavy rain outside. Okay, fine. There's no missing. Okay, so I'm not going to assemble it here right now, but we basically done the torso. So we got these pieces, and that piece over there on his carbonite frame. I'm going to do the final assembly at some point. Alright, so check. No, I'm not going to check. Step 3. The bathing suit area. Like, that's the old school, well, 1970s and 80s, what have you, or even older, I guess. They would give you like Speedo shaped waist areas. These days you would have kind of, what's it called, like a short spats, what, like those cycling shorts. Yeah, these are the, as you can see here, these are the longer legs versus the shorter legs. That's the difference. So we're not going to use these parts, but we are going to use the other ones. So we polycap 6. What else do we need? Polycap 6 and 6. Polycap 6 times 2, polycap 12, polycap 12 over here. Yep. Polycap 6. Where's polycap 6? It's up there. Wait, was this always polycap? I think this was like hard plastic. I'll compare with the well, I guess it was polycaps. I'll compare with the regular Stormtrooper. I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere nearby. Alright, so this and that. So front, like so. Wiggle that in there. Just wiggle it all the way so it goes down to the very bottom. Be careful you don't break that peg. Do the same with this guy. Now that was easier. Okay, that's gonna be a problem if there's one of them is looser than the other. Yeah, one of them is a bit looser than the other here. Okay. One of the hip joints. Okay, fine. We're not gonna worry about this. There's a way probably to fix this. You have to put like a bit of clear coat on this part on the inside to kind of make it a little thicker. Increase the friction here, so, and then this part goes there. This is polycap 12. Assuming you, oh, it goes the other way. Come on. Get it in there. And pre-drill a tiny bit. And join. Shave any nub that's kind of hanging in the middle there. Yeah, one of them is like tight, the other one's a bit looser. It happens with polycaps sometimes. Alright, so continue to the back side. Why? Everything's so like large and very... I mean, it is a kit from 2018, so it's like a bit more recent. Older kits would just, there wouldn't be this much hand holding. Alright, so we got this and this, so we need B30 and B9. have a large gate there, so I'm gonna do a double nip. Where did you go? Just tiny. It does have a 3mm hole here, right in the back, which I'm guessing is for an action base. But I feel this is covered by something else. They probably give you a little. Yeah, they do. They give you a little hole cover here on the form of B35. But you do get a little hole here for the action base, should you need it. Because, of course, it has. Stormtroopers clearly have a. Ah, crap. Something fell down. Be careful about dropping pieces, especially these very small ones, and trying to like line this up. It doesn't want to. Don't sand it too much because you still want this to be somewhat tight fitting. Don't want the cover to be falling off all the time. There we go. No, it's this one. Okay. Like so, and just make sure you got all the nubs. Alright, so now that's built that's easy enough. Okay, right leg, left leg. Whatever, I'm gonna build both legs at the same time, so we're doing legs now. So I'm assuming this whole area. And we need B15, B16, B38. Oh, right, one of the legs is different. Actually, both legs are, well, there's a bit more armor on the leg as opposed to one leg as opposed to the other leg, so yeah. We also need on the left B44, which is somewhere. Where's B44? Well, we'll find it eventually. It's not like it has disappeared from the world. Oh, there it is. Try to get that one out. A very large gate there, so we do a double nip. Let's not be greedy. The nice thing about white parts, like the stress lines don't show up much. These could be like cut really poorly and have horrible stress lines on them, but nobody will know. You won't notice. Very large gate. And what else do we need? So from E, we need, oh, we're sorry, A3. A3. Oh, that's B. Never mind. This is A3 for. There's a little arrow there to kind of show you which way the front is. Oh, up rather. This is where up is. So you're not gonna be confused. What else do we need? B23 2019. And these two. And those shoes look a bit different. Oh, I'm guessing like this is hollowed out a little bit because otherwise the plastic might like push out, I guess, a little bit. So it may wait a second. B19. Nope, that's these ones. And we also need B32. From A, I need A5, which I think I got. Nope, I haven't got anything out of A. What else do we need? A1, A2, okay, A44. Alright, and then we need, so let's do 5 and 4 first. This is the right leg. This is the left leg. All right. Yeah, they do assemble quickly. At least, well, depends. Some of them take a while. Okay, let's leave you there. I'm worrying about this thing like getting scratched. All right, so right leg, polycap 5. Polycap 5 times 2. And we need polycap 20. This used to be the neck, I guess. But I guess they don't use that. This one. Polycap 20. Just leave that there, leave that there. Polycap 4 times 2. And polycap 5 times 2. And also polycap 17 times 2. Polycap 5. I got those already. Polycap 1 times 4. Alright, let's get to building. So B15 polycap 5 down like this. Those are like harder polycaps. They're not as soft as other stuff. Regular polycaps. Let's make sure we get all the nubs out before I put them together. This is no unreachable nubs like this one. I mean, you don't have to put this much effort in cleaning the kit on the first pass, but yeah. Alright, so let's do the other side as well. No, this way. Okay. This is right leg, this is the left leg, clearly. Who would doubt that? And clean up any kind of nub that would be a bit hard to reach. Now, the polycap there is kind of getting squished. It's like not fitting. The polycap can be a problem sometimes. Like it doesn't. Okay, it's a bit bouncy. Alright, right leg, left leg, so... And then we take the knees. Clear out those nubs where needed. There's an arrow here, you can kind of see it. That's pointing up, so you know which way up is, so you don't put it upside down. Because it uses the same polycaps on both ends, it would fit, it would just look a bit weird. Well, it might look fine, but it might move weird. There are some like starship. Well, vehicle Star Wars kit that are like, they don't come together easily. They're like way more complex. So let's see, polycap 1. So this is up. Wait, okay, so this is left. No, this is right. And the other one's left. So I kind of want this to be a bit tight, so I'm not going to pre-drill. Like so. And like so. Wiggle that a bit to make sure they go in all the way. That's that. Check. We've checked. Calm down. And then we need polycap 17 plus these guys. A square polycap, so it should go whichever way, if it'll go at all. Come on, go in there. There we go. I need a little bit of help there. There we go. And just trim the excess. sure you get all the stuff out. Alright, so plus B7 plus B8 on this side, just a little bit of pre-drill here and there. And that's a number 3. It's all metric drill bits we're using here to just pre-drill those. Nice little snap. And now we also need B38 to put on the thigh there, just clean up that thing a little bit. Garter belt. That's what it's called. Well, not really a garter. A garter, not a garter belt. Now, the garter is the thing at the top. I don't know what this is. It goes on thighs. I don't know why it's on the Stormtrooper. We're seeing George Lucas's weird fetishes being revealed here. Well, they're not weird, just fetishes. Which way's up? That way. Curved bit goes down. Be careful when you put this thing because it is. This is narrower, so it will like bend it that way when you're trying to clip that on there. So it may break. So just be careful. Yeah, it broke. There's a broken bit right there. It cracked. It has cracked. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Hold on. Try to get that out for a second. There we go. There's a little crack now here because it broke off. And just gotta try to scrape off a little bit there just to get it to fit a little. Yeah, almost stabbed my camera with a metal bit there. Almost broke my camera alive. That's the only camera I have. Okay, there we go. That's a bit better. But yeah, we'll need some glue to kind of hold this together. Because there's a small fracture here. There's a little hairline fracture, so this thing is probably gonna keep flexing a little bit and then it'll break off. It'll like crack on this end. And it's not going in all the way either. It's like kind of stopping. Yeah, I might need some cement to kind of melt that in place. It's like not. Did I do this wrong? Hold up. No, it is correct. Like the rounded bit over there. Yeah, that's right. Okay, we got. It's a bit weird. There's a few weird pieces that kind of don't really hold very well. Just like the belt and these weird bits on the legs. Okay, there we go. And on this one, we take B44. Hopefully this one's a little better. It looks like it. Okay. We're making progress, I feel. Now, polycap 20 with polycap, no, B32. Next step here. Polish that knob off the curve. Follow the curve when you do that. Have like the perfect grade Millennium Falcon. That's gonna be a interesting build. The annoying thing about the vehicle ones is that like they're not all the same scale. So you put an AT next to a ATST, the ATST is like bigger than it, so it's like it's not all the same scale. So yeah, like, what the heck? Couldn't you just like if they're all the same scale, like it looks better when you have all of them lined up. It's actually to the right scale. Now we have no idea what's going on. But I think like it's 172 scale. Usually like the X-Wing, if you take that, it's like 172 scale. Which is a reasonable scale for like a vehicle of that size, like a aircraft kind of thing. But the Millennium Falcon of the same grade, it's B19, B32, polycap 20, doing the same thing on the other side. The Millennium Falcon of the same grade is 1 to 144 scale, which is like half the size. If it ends up being the same size, which is kind of weird for a cargo ship. You would think it like would have cargo space. Where exactly is the cargo space on that cargo ship? I don't think we saw a lot of cargo space on there. Oh yeah, so if you ever go to like Disney World in Florida, they have like a life-size Millennium Falcon in the Star Wars section now. You can't, I don't think you can actually go in. Well, actually I don't think it's to scale. Having a slightly smaller, because like the runway is tight, like the gangway where you get inside, it's really tiny. I don't think it was that small in the movie. So maybe like half scale or something. Wow. Something like that. There we go. So that and that. On the other hand, I kind of don't like the fact that Star Wars is a Disney thing now. Back in the day, like people used to do fan movies of Star Wars, and then George Lucas, like the worst thing that could happen if you were making fan films of Star Wars was if George Lucas liked what you were doing. And because then it became a thing where you couldn't do it anymore. Because you've been noticed. It's kind of how like Nintendo, like as long as if you're building an emulator or something, as long as Nintendo, it's not very popular and Nintendo doesn't notice you, you're fine. As soon as you talk about it, you're dead. Like if you've watched what's it called? The Mandalorian or anything related. It's basically just a fan film. It has the same energy as one of the old Star Wars fan films. You're basically telling a story in the universe. Star Wars is basically Dungeons and Dragons in space. If you feel like some kind of D&D. Well, not exactly D&D, but it's basically there's lots of lore. It's any old thing with lore. It just happens to be in space. Little fantasy thing. Some people like those. Getting the shoes done there. Probably need to put the clear coat on wherever the things are. Scratches. The Emperor would be mad. This wouldn't pass inspection. You'd be thrown to the trash compactor for like having scuffed shoes. Like being in active combat all the time is not an excuse. You go to Tatooine, you're covered in sand. Off to the trash compactor with you. Alright, so let's put these together. So yeah, let me just nope. They are different. They're not this well, of course. This isn't a Gundam. This isn't a Zaku. You're gonna have different shaped feet for left and right. Ah, crap. Should have polished. Sure, you should have pre-drilled probably too. Missed a nub there. It's probably the same. Kind of messes up with the line there, you can notice it. No, it's fine on this one. Oh wait, no. Okay, fine. We're gonna have to separate these the hard way and pre-drill like I was supposed to. Well, actually sand it a little bit. Stabby, twisty, stab, twist. I don't think there's no Leia. Oh, there might be. I wonder if they did the metal bikini. They should have. They need to. There's probably a model kit for that. I'll need to find it, if there isn't one. There may be some action figures, but... And then you can, well... There might... I need to find out. I think there might be like an action, like a model kit. Same as... The problem is... You can't get it from Japan, you have to buy it off Amazon. So sometimes it's a lot more expensive than it should be. Especially now, it's gonna be even more expensive than it should be. Okay, let's try this again. It's kind of unsatisfied with the there's a little bit of a gap. There we go. I think that's a right foot, and this one's a left. There's a little bit of a gap there still. Oh, there we go. It's going in. Okay. Finally, these two. Polycap 4. Onto there. That's polycap on polycap. That's how it's going to be connected. That's not how it usually goes. They usually try to alternate between polycap and not polycap. You're making contacts with joints. Because the hip thing here, that's a polycap. And this thing here, also a polycap. Just a bit of a pre-drill here and there. And try to get down there. There we go. Need to wriggle the and kind of press here. Press there. There we go. Put those ups down. There we go. That's left. And right. All cap 4. The complicated bit is going to be the belt. It's probably going to take a few minutes to figure out. Alright. Just press those here. I don't have a... I need to get like some kind of plastic plier to be able to like press these together without damaging the parts. Alright, so we got all the leg bits and bobs. Let's just put that in there. Nice. Maybe not. Ah, crap. Okay. Let's have... Oh, actually it's... Is it? Oh yeah, never mind. It's identical. I thought it was like different, so like this side would be on the outside, but it is identical, so it doesn't matter, so... It's fine either way. So there. And there, just like a little bit of assembly there. Alright, so I'm just gonna put that on the left side so I don't lose track of it. Is that really the left side? It seems identical. Put that on there. Put that on there. So yeah, it's not polycap on polycap, this one, so and put that on there. So yeah, with a little arrow pointing up so you don't confuse which one is where. Carefully, don't like bend it this way when you're pushing. Make sure you push straight down. You don't want to like bend the polycap. It's not gonna go back to its original shape. So anyway, we got all these parts. Yeah, let's just put all these parts over there. I'm gonna do assembly later on. It's gonna be fun. Okay, now for the check. I've checked. Calm down. This is ridiculous. That's a scary image. Hoping the tracks, yes, face values in this guy. So, yeah, there are a few ships missing. I feel. What I really want is like the calamari. Not they all call calamari. Well, that's not very inspired. The ships that were like, I mean the Imperial destroyers, like the very large ships. Like that would be nice if we had like a bunch of kits for those. That would be like, yeah. I mean, I don't like the newer ships. I don't really care for some reason. The designs are like a bit more modern. I don't know. It's like not the same. We have so many parts left still. We've finished with basically. Oh, I guess we still have the arms. But we've built most of it already. We have so many parts left. Well, I guess we do have a lot of hands. Like, look how many hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lots of hands pointing. Dude, we don't have a thumbs up, but it would be nice if we did. I guess I could 3D print those. They're not that complex. They should be pretty printable, yeah. A thumbs up would be nice. Let me just get all the hands out while I'm here. So you can dual wield. Because you have 2 gun hands, left and right. So you should be able to dual wield a weapon. So you can do the blaster rifle and the regular blaster. Blaster pistol. And a little over here for some later thing. Alright, so for the belt, we need a 7. The holster, I think, on the Stormtrooper belt. The Last Jedi Starfighter with the fighter piece. Oh yeah, we'll keep a watch out for those. Like, I feel like I've completed. Well, there are some kits I haven't. There's from episode 1. There's the collapsible droid. Those beige droid, the mass-produced ones. I really want those, but I can't find any that are reasonably priced. It's all like super expensive. That's the one I'm looking for. If I ever go to Japan one day, I'm gonna go in one of the stores, just like mop up every kit I can afford. They can fit in the suitcases, and I'll sneak it back in the country. Hopefully the FBI isn't listening to this. Oops. 20 and 21. Okay, this might be a problem. Hopefully it won't be. They're not. They are somewhat identical. Okay, fine. I'll do 21 first. And I need B34. B34. B30. It's 34. Oh, B43. Not bad. 43. So B43 with this thing. Goes Nah. I'm not gonna... You can keep your battle droids. But I'm definitely gonna get one someday. I mean, you're gonna save up and just buy one. Or we just need to go to Japan one day. Just do a pilgrimage. And just get the thing I'm looking for. These are identical. Why do we have two? There's like, I have General Grievous, which is also a very interesting kit with all the arms. Like, I don't have a lot of like the newer Star Wars kit, like the, well, no, newer, episode 1, 2, and 3. But they do have like a few interesting vehicles that I want to get. I can't. I'm just annoyed, like, it's, for whatever reason, you can't buy, like, for example, there's HLJ.com, which export directly from Japan. They used to have Star Wars kit, and I was like, yeah, it's fine, I'll just wait, I don't have to buy it just now. And then for some, like, suddenly they had to remove all of them, and I missed out on the sale when they were trying to liquidate their stock. Which was annoying. They do have like non-Bandai Star Wars stuff, which is why I don't like these people who like make up those weird rules. Like, this region is allowed to have this thing, this region is not allowed to have that thing. Completely random and arbitrary. Alright, so this is A7. It's a nice big old holster, which is not really used. I mean, in the movie, Luke doesn't walk around with this, so you don't really need it. It's more for regular. Yeah, we don't need this. This is more for like the regular troops, and it has this little strap there, which breaks sometimes. So you gotta be careful with that. You can actually, it's like a real thing, so you'll unclip the strap and now you can like get your stuff out. So let's leave that here for now. Alright, so then B, and I'll figure out which one is which. This one goes, what the heck? That's the right one. Why don't I have... Where am I supposed to go? Nope. Nope. Oh. Oh. Okay. B. But, did I get two the same? No, it's this one. Turn the part. I'm turning the part. Now what? Like this? Oh, I guess it does work. Never mind. I was confused for a second there. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like deprive someone of their kids, like. But yeah, if like I mean, I don't know, maybe someday, like if you're offering, I guess. I might just like buy it. Like I'll always like keep a watch out. I'm just every now and then just look out for a price drop. It doesn't feel the same like if you... Oh, hold up. Is this right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so we got these. But yeah. I don't know how to message people on YouTube. I'm on Blue Sky, I'm not on Twitter anymore. They did something to my account on Twitter. No, B41 and B40. This is the complicated. This is like a big old belt he has here. Wait a minute, B41? Who's B40? Oh, B40? Okay. And we need B254. B254. It's a little thingy here where you're seen swinging around with a printers. That didn't cut very well. This needs to be silver. I'm to believe what is shown. Damn, flew off. I do have like, well, if I count, I have like at least 3 of this particular Stormtrooper model. Well, 4, because I have 2 of the regular ones. This one, Han Solo. Yeah, that's 4. And I have a few of the like First Order or something. Some of the new movies. But yeah, like if, I mean, I'll think about it. Like if you're, I'll think of a few days and I actually don't have no idea. I don't know if you can send messages to people on YouTube. I'll see. I'll look you up. And yeah. Feel a bit awkward. I am a nerd. I am socially awkward. Someone comes up to me and say, "Hey, would you like this?" I'm like, "What? Wait, huh?" I'm confused. But yeah, just give me a minute. I'll think about it because I don't want to because it looks like a. I don't know how fun the kit is, but it looks fun. It's a fully collapsible battle droid, as seen in like. It collapses. That's a very nice feature, a nice gimmick here. So yeah, if you can build it yourself, you'll have lots of fun with it. So I don't want everybody to get like Bandai. They shouldn't like make a factory. Like they want to boost like American manufacturing. Make a like plastic model kit factory here. Okay, that's not gonna make everything else okay, but it's a start. Don't quote me on that though. Okay, so now we got these parts. Confusing. Okay, let me just. I'm just gonna assemble this to some extent. This should have been part of the waist assembly, because this is like confusing as all hell. It's gonna be. So try to find where this goes. It should only go a certain way. There we go. That's the on that bit there, kinda, sorta. Nope, that's not it. What the hell? Oh, this is the front, this is the back. Oh, it's on the front. Never mind. That is the There we go. That made a bit more sense. So that one goes on this side. And hopefully actually do that first. The assembly with Actually, well, yeah, this is gonna be a problem to when I... Or maybe not, it might not be. I should be able to get the legs in there. Hopefully without like sliding and like hitting this off and breaking it to pieces. We're doing this live, so accidents have been known to happen. Usually it's very small and recoverable. Who knows, this might be the day. And get in there. You don't want to get in there. Shave a little bit off the peg here just to make it a little narrower, tapered at the opening, just so it can slide. Come on. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but yeah, I'll think about it. Like I said, like I would rather like you enjoy the kit you've acquired yourself. I feel a bit bad about taking that away from you. I mean, it's fun for me. Like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna enjoy building it. Come on, you should be able to go in there. What are you doing? What is this? That's where it goes. This one fit perfectly fine. Why is this one being a pain? Okay, let's try this again. So it should go there. It should go there. Shit. What the? Okay, I'm getting annoyed, so I'm gonna do this. There we go. That worked. Probably shouldn't, but it worked. Okay, don't overpress it. There's like a little bit of... Maybe I did something I wasn't supposed to. There we go. Like so, and like so. Eventually, there's going to be a bunch of plastic cement kind of just like gluing all these parts together, just make sure they don't leave. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit hanging on there, a bit weird. It's like not going in all the way. Not sure what I did wrong. This is the right part. I made a mistake. Yeah, I just say 43. Hi, John. How, Yeah, there's another belt. 42. It looks identical too. Or is it 49? 43. Yeah, that's the one I used. 43. And if I used 49 instead, should I just try it out? Seems to be the alternate piece there. Yeah, this one fits very nice and loose. A bit too loose though. because I destroyed the peg there. Just create a little bit of let's stick to this one. I mean, down the road, like, I can always like swap those out. One day I'm gonna like finish this kit, meaning I'm gonna, yeah, this one like doesn't make a lot of sense. This goes there. Doesn't fit. Oh, it does fit. This one, the peg is longer and then gets deeper over there, so that may be why it fits better than the other one. And then, see on the front. Oh, okay, it's kind of working. But down the road, yeah, bit of glue, get all this like fixed in place, no more problems. For now, we're gonna leave it at that. Oh, that's the waist. Actually, we need this, which is this thing plus a wrong page. This thing plus B53, which is pointlessly small. It's like it wants to fly off. It reduced the weight so it could have better takeoff vector or something. So like so. Actually, let me just take a look here. What color is this? It is silver. Oh. Needs to go in all the way. Okay, that doesn't seem right. So you need to figure out which way. This thing is supposed to go. Not that way, apparently. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna... Not easily, anyway. It's not gonna go in there. And trying to remove this. And the annoying part is, it seems like you need to paint the bottom. Well, the inside bit is silver, but the outside bit is not. So kinda... very slightly on the opening there. Very slightly on there too. And I lost track of the other part. Oh, there it is. So what I'm going to do is silver paint there. Just a quick coat there. And need to let it dry for a minute. Well, that flew off. Let's let it dry. For a second, like it's not really that different, but come on. I'm gonna get silver paint on everything now. Alright, so that should be enough. Hopefully that actually fits. Just leave it there to dry for a second. Let's take a look ahead. Actually, let's start on the arms, and then we're gonna come back to this little piece here. Hopefully I don't lose track of it. So right arm and left arm. A48, 49. We're almost, well, actually, we're not almost done. We still have the helmet to do. Yeah, they misprinted the part numbers, definitely. Yeah, and that is the grappling hook. He goes swinging around for a little bit. How did he know to bring? Oh, I guess he does. Like on Tatooine, I guess they have canyons and stuff. So that's his foreshadowing thing. Did Obi-Wan? Well, not Obi-Wan. Who was he? Who sent him there anyway? I think it was Yoda. Or was it Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan foreshadowed years and years ago. Is he 18 or 16 in the movie or something? 17, so you think about it. Obi-Wan aged a lot in 16 years. 17 years, how old Luke is. I don't think he's 20, he's teenager still. Yeah. Yeah, Obi-Wan got very, very old very quick. Okay, that should be dry now. Nope, still not dry. I'm getting silver paint everywhere. Fully, it's gonna, yeah. And yeah, that messed up the paint. Of course it did. Now I'm gonna have to. I'll try. Well, at least now I have something to hold it on. Hold it gently so it doesn't flip off. If you hold it too hard, the part could just fly off. Because it's looking for an excuse to just escape with terminal velocity. Alright, so I don't know where to put this now. Let's look ahead anyway. So, okay, I'm gonna put you here. Hopefully you don't. Damn it. Okay, let it dry for a minute. We're basically doing some very light painting while we're here. Okay. Let's do left and right arm at the same time. Right arm and then left arm. The other part there. I'm concerned about the healthcare that Obi-Wan got on Tatooine. Yeah, it wasn't looking very good. Like, it's probably was 40 something at the end of Clone Wars, whatever it is, the last movie, the last prequel movie. And age a lot. Maybe that's the thing. Like, when you think about it, all Jedi just age really fast when they get all the humans age. They fine very well and then they age suddenly. Who knows? Oh, look at that. The blasters are all a single piece. They're not. Well, this one's 2 slices, but usually weapons in high grade. Why is there a little bit of green here? Oh, this is green. This is translucent green. That's for the eyes. So you could put a LED light in there, and this is dark green translucent material. I never noticed that before. Okay, anyway, let's just get the bits there. So we need 52, 53 for the left arm. 50-51 for the right arm. Let's pop that out there and leave it on the spot where it's being used. Do the other one. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you didn't think about this before, but yeah, they do. Even, well, and also because in real life, 40 years passed between the episode, what is it, 7? And not 40, so Han Solo's son isn't that old, if you think about it. But everybody just they aged. The only one who hasn't aged is Moff Tarkin. Wait, no, he wasn't even in there. It was in the prequels. The CGI Moff Tarkin. Okay. I think those are all the A parts I need for this. The rest are the hands, so the rest is this thing. So I'm just gonna get these off while I'm here. The rest is for the helmet, and a piece just fell on the ground. Oh, never mind. I got it. And that was that whole thing. It was a series of book, I think Timothy Zahn wrote used to be. I mean, they're not canon. How did they even get published then? Because it featured like Mara Jade and Skywalker and all of the gang, essentially. I mean, there's been like lots of like comics and things to fill the void since. And I'm pretty sure like there was like a comic where Han Solo and Leia had like twins, which kind of runs the family, I guess. So they were the Solo twins. There's two of them, but they're so-called Solo, which I guess is the gag. So yeah, the movie's kind of just threw all that out the window. And I'm just gonna get the rest of it too, because there's very few pieces. Moff Tarkin, yeah, it was just old. He just stayed old the whole time. And I think there were like video games, I guess, sequel video games, that there was like lots and lots of media all over the place. Because why not? I mean, episode 6 had ended, so nobody was gonna complain if people just made up their own stories. Well, I guess Lucasfilm complained a little bit sometimes, not that much. And people were people were kind of happy with some of the like fictional stuff was starting to like be, oh, this is canon now. The whole thing with Mara Jade and Luke doing his like training under a Sith Lord for a while, dabbling in the dark side because he's basically the last Jedi. Let's go and check out his options. This is all run and B. All done. Let's get all these hand parts somewhere safe. Out of the way. I think this is dry now. Can start assembling. And a little antenna on this thing. Probably need to paint that too. Like nobody's like, I guess they didn't notice, but like it would be a bit suspicious. You walk in to the Death Star with like a little weird attachment on your back. How does that even fit there? How do you get the little loop thing for this? This is like from Tatooine probably. And it's like just bringing that on the ship. Yeah, I'm gonna put that one on later. Or I could put it now. What the heck? Ah, damn it. This is like the Stormtrooper lunchbox or something on the back. Yeah, a little lunchbox where they put their snacks in. Alright. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah, getting all the pieces off there. This is basically the last push to get this done. You have a little footprint here just to hold the foot in place. It can like stand on its own, but you need a little bit of help sometimes. Gonna put those all over there. Get all the pieces for the helmet while I'm here. I never noticed that being a... I need to check the regular Stormtrooper if it's a clear part, because I thought it was just like a dark piece. What if this is wood? Because the butt here looks kind of like... It would be wood. Probably not. the Emperor sends people to Kashyyyk to cut down the Wookiee trees to make the butts of his rifles. Because he's the Emperor. He needs to have taste. He's already shriveled up. Another accident he had with the lightning. I was kinda sudden though. Unlimited power and then you all shriveled up. Did you not check the manual before you did that? You probably should have. And I'm gonna discover these are supposed to go somewhere and I forgot. Nope, those are the shoulders thing, aren't they? Yeah, no. Yes, shoulder things. Alright. Just get the other pieces off, just put them somewhere nice and safe. So we can just quickly get through all these pieces. You go there, you go somewhere else. Over there. Try not to lose sight. Ah, well. Very, very small pieces there. Yeah, just like that was like happening live. You need to read the manual before you use the Sith lightning. Warning, causes premature aging. Like, fast. There's some health warnings on the box. Like, I thought that happened like over a large period of times, because even like in episode 1 he was already looking a bit shriveled depending on the lighting. And then Clone Wars, I can't pronounce it. The last movie comes around and suddenly shriveled up instantly. It was fine before, then it just like all messed up. So I'm like, what? That's just, yeah. The rest of them are not needed. This is the neck from the original, ties from the original. So I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Alright, let's do the assembly of the arms, and then we shall be not even almost done, but mostly. Still gonna play with it for a little bit. Because that's the whole point, you build them and then you play with them. And these are kind of sturdy, they're not like, well, they are kind of like Gundam kits, but not really like Gundam kits. They are rather sturdy. Especially after, if you glue all the parts together that need to be glued, they're basically an action figure at that point. And you got lots of options with the, okay, hold up. So we need this, that, times 2, and polycap 13 times 4. What is that for? Oh wait, hold up. Is this 15? Yeah, it's polycap 15, so not this one. What did I get this one for? Polycap 15 for the wrists. Okay, and what else do we need? 13, 15, I think that's all, of 14. Alright, so we got all that. Okay, so a 48 plus polycap 10 goes on that way, and 849 goes on that way. And I'm gonna just pre-drill a tiny little bit here. Oh, is that? Maybe that's what. Okay, that doesn't. Okay, Obi-Wan wasn't looking. Maybe Obi-Wan had like when he landed on Tatooine, he was a bit bitter. That aged him a little bit, and then he got over it, and then it stopped aging. Maybe that's the explanation. Well, at least that used to be the explanation. Like there was a lot of like theories about Star Wars, about the universe and everything, and then the new movies come out and they basically throw out a lot of stuff. Well, they introduce midichlorians, and that's part of the lore now. Oh, this way. No, wait. That way. Okay. Damn, get in there. Get in. Ah, there we go. That's the left. Now, A55 with it on the gato. On the gato. On the gato. On the gato. More on the gate over here. Trying to get these without damaging the gap too much. Oh, not really. Okay, no, never mind. There's nothing actually joins on there, so I guess it's fine. Alright, and then we need these. That was squeaky. There's a squeaky sound from the outside. Somebody's brakes. The handbrake is probably stuck. If that was heard on. Alright, so then 55 there, 55, 54. Okay, it's different. But it's identical, so yeah. It's alright. You'll get one chance, like 1 out of 2 to get it right. It's random, but I feel like I kind of wish like 3D printing technology is kind of, I mean, it's been around for a few years, but it's still kind of, you really don't have that great result, much of a result, so it's not like you have like perfect reproductions. But it would have been great if you could like 3D print. Like people could design their own kits and just 3D print them. They do these days, but it's like simple stuff. You waste a lot of material. Okay, this is B3 and this is B4. They are... I'm gonna assume this is left. They are kind of the same. Okay, you're gonna be right, you're gonna be left. Might be wrong, but whatever. Okay, so you go on there, pop that on there. Does it work? It is not working as expected. I guess it is working. That's like barely holding on, so it didn't click on this polycaps, but oops, wrong way. There we go. Yeah, it is holding on. Alright, so polycap. Probably shouldn't have mixed up these parts. I usually do like model kit buildings on. I'm doing it today because I mean technically this is gonna go for midnight here, so I built it for May the 4th. I don't know if you mean you're going to, or I built my kit, like trying to like not build a kit every day because I could, but then again, I have no time. I need to like pace myself. I built too many too fast. I'm gonna not run out. Well, I might run out. I do have a backlog, but it's not infinite. Trying to like pace myself, make it last for a little while because the thing is gonna be expensive for a while longer. Okay, this one is not fitting. Why? So this is kind of my kit for today, for May the 4th. Was debating which one to do. Okay, this one also fits. Doing a vehicle kit or doing a character kit? Because I have a few of each. I realize, oh, I do have Luke Skywalker as a Stormtrooper, but still, Skywalker. Okay, so let's Make sure we got the right one. So that's left. This is left. This is right. Actually can't see because this is not centered. Been doing this the whole time. Okay, there we go. Now we need these, poking up 13. One of these days, I'm going to build that perfect grade Millennium Falcon. This is like, it's huge, like the biggest kit probably I have. Well, the biggest perfect grade. Probably going to take me a few weeks to build that. And I need like a much larger space. So I have to rebuild this construction stage thing that I got. This is left, this is right, left, no, right, left. Alright, and then this one. Was this thing in there? Curve this way. This is the right arm. Right arm and the left arm. I'm waiting a second to assemble everything in case I mixed up the sides. Alright. Yeah, well, most of the kits I have kind of waited a long time to be able to buy them, like waiting and waiting and waiting until they go on sale. Usually around Christmas or Black Friday or something. Surprisingly good deals. Alright, did I put this on the... yeah, it's on the wrong way. Those are not the size of the arms we're looking for. Ah, crud. And now I have a hole. because it's like bending this way, so it's not the right one. Actually, this is even worse. What the heck? The other side had kind of a hole in it, and this one doesn't want to go in. Yeah, the problem, yeah, if you build it, you're right. I'm thinking about it. I need to have somewhere to put it first, because I can't just build it and then you have to display it somewhere. You can't just, that's why it wasn't going in. Oh. A peg broke. Well. That's why it's not going in. Peg broke off. Well, I can't. I could drill that, but I can't. So I'm just gonna clip that off. That way I can get that on there. Can always glue it. Yeah, there we go. That's better. A peg broke off in one of the holes, so that didn't fit. Okay, so one of them is right, left. Okay. Let's assemble this then. So this is the right with like so, and like so. Or not. No. Check, it says I'm checking. Okay, so, oh, it does work. Okay, that works out. This is a bit loose, but you do get, no you don't. Yeah, you kind of feel like it should. It doesn't go beyond 90 degrees. The problem here is that thing broke. Like, I feel it could go like this, but it's not right, because that is actually popping out. Trying to get that on there. There we go. Like that. No, it will definitely require some glue, some clamping. Something to get this to like stay. Oh, never mind. Actually, it feels like it should. It should like kind of slide out a little bit. So maybe that's, yeah, that might be on purpose here. It slides out a little bit so you can do that. Otherwise it would just be able to do this much. Okay, we got arms. Let's do the hands real quick. Actually, let's do head instead, and then we can do hands and weapons. Okay, so we got this, we got these. No. Yes, well, the other day I was saying I should try to limit myself to 2 hours per session. We're already over 2 hours. 3 hours. And seems like it's gonna go into the May the 4th over here in a minute. Okay, so start with this guy plus A44. This basically just carried a disembodied head. You would never know. Does come. That's supposed to go here. It looks fine without it. And take the green bits. So you could probably sneak a tiny LED light in there. Well, why would you? Stormtroopers don't have glowy eyes. But it's nice they have like... Well, it's very slightly translucent. And this goes into there. And these two halves There's a gap that needs to disappear. So you'll need some plastic cement to kind of glue that together and make it go away. Yeah, there's a bit of cement in here. So you also need to build the neck. I guess you do have to build the neck. So if you want to have like an alternate display or something. $11 and $12, that's that and this thing here. Just to build it real quick here. Close enough. That's the neck if you want to use that head instead of Luke's head. Otherwise, I'll just leave it off. Just a nice little, that's a nice little thing to have. Oops. So you have a office desk or something, just like random Stormtrooper helmet, small, just chilling. Let's do the weapons real quick. So and this here is supposed to go in there somehow. Yeah. This is like, okay, there's like a keyhole shaped thing here. Oh, I see. This shaped a bit like a keyhole, like a key in the keyholes. There we go. Now the problem is, you put that in there and then what? It's not very put that on there first, and then you can actually file it. This thing doesn't like split, it's just static. This is like a stand for it, but it doesn't actually do anything. Alright, there's a little thing here. So what I'm gonna do with here, I think, I don't think this goes in any further. And there's no other part for that. Whatever. Just do that. Now, dot of cement. I don't see where else this will go, but seems about right. But also do a dot of cement here, just because the yeah, why not? Just leave that alone for a second. That's not working out. It's a bit excessive, but alright, so what we have left is, what is this? Oh, I think this was the, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, that was what was on the back before the alternate. That's from the original. That instead of the lunchbox. Alright, so let's do that. No, actually no, we're missing a few more. And trying to get that on there without breaking it. Did I get the wrong one? Nope. Oh, it's on the opposite side. Okay. Okay. And just file this down a little bit. think I'm missing something here. Arms, hands. Oh, there we go. That little thing. Which I thought was a radio originally. Turns out it's not a radio. Let's wonder what this is. It looks like a radio, but it's not. Okay. Let's do hands. Okay, some of them. Not fitting. Why? I feel like this might be the wrong. Oh, there we go. Sort of. Which might be the wrong part for this. Oh, there's a different. No, wait, that's. These two went before. Yeah, for that. And. Well, you have the option here of either having those. I'm not gonna use the hands just yet. Because those might get loose or break. Okay, I'm gonna leave those over there in the corner, off screen. Okay, so I think, yeah, we're finished building. We got all the parts. Let's put our tools away. Alright, we finished assembling all the parts. This one's just gonna be hanging out there. Oh, right. Except this thing. This is for like a foothold, I guess. Actually goes that way. Oh, whichever way I guess you want. Basically some way to like lock the foot in so it doesn't fall over. Alright, so let's get to building this thing. So we finished building Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper version. Not building the parts. Now we're gonna actually build the guy. So we start down here. Make sure we're in focus. Alright, so start with feet. And one leg. That is the right leg, yep. And the left leg. These are kind of splitting a bit, so you do need a bit of glue down the road. Right thigh. Left thigh. And the waist here with all the trappings. Just wriggle that in there. And it came off. Of course it did. Yeah, some works are needed. Just be careful not to push too hard. You don't want to break this off, but it is fragile. It is flexible, but it will break. Just get that back on there. Like so. Like this. It's a bit stiff. Why do they have buttons on their chest? That is an absolute mystery. Left arm. It was before prosthetic. And right arm. Was it his right arm that was cut off? I think this was right arm, right? Yeah, probably. And finally, oh, not even finally. Hold up. Carefully hold him on the head. There you go. Look at this guy. There you go. We built Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper version. You actually need to have this in here. No. Did I? Yeah, I did. No, wait, that's correct. Like so. That's how he walks around. Han. What is it? I don't know. I can figure something out later. Okay. Yeah, so he got his lunchbox on the back with his grappling hook here. Knee. Yeah, it only does 90 degrees. It's heavy armor. Well, plastic armor, but still kind of like restrictive. It's not like you can move freely in there. It's get hot in there, I think. You have the option of having this, I guess. Which I'm not sure how you're supposed to hold this. There's no hand specifically for holding this. It's shown in the picture as being able to hold this, but having some problems here. You're supposed to be able to pop out the shoulder a little bit. Yeah. Overall, not bad. Yep. It is, yeah, it's shown holding, but I'm pretty sure there's like, oh, there we go. You can stand up just fine. Yeah, overall, it's I mean, I've played around with like the. Hold on, let me just go find it for a second. Oh yeah. Huh. Depends on the perspective, but. Oh, it is green. Alright. But yeah, it's very slightly taller. It's not like head and shoulders above. Yeah, we're also very. I mean, it's. The thing is, you have a Stormtrooper. I mean, this one is a Stormtrooper, proper Storm. Oh, yeah, there we go. This broke. It's just hanging on here by a thing. So I need to figure out a way to, like, fix this somehow. This is probably gonna have the same problem, I imagine, because it's like a very thin attachment at the back there. So it needs, like, just here, like, something which kind of flexes. And over time, it's gonna break. So it has a few issues. It's fun, but it has issues. The difference there is that the back here is like this tube thing, and he has his lunchbox. Yeah, this thing broke. I need to... gluing it doesn't work, really. I would need to put some kind of plastic in the back to kinda... And I think I lost that somewhere, but... Actually, let me see if I can try to fix that real quick. Oops. Oh, you lie down for a minute. You had a long day. I might just remove this, but I think it's like glued in place now. There we go. Yeah, I'll need some plastic to kind of just glue both of these together, like thin. Either on the back or probably on the back, just like brown, dark brown, just like glue these two shapes together. For now, this will hold, I guess. He's a very lonely guy. Oh, I left the Undergator on there. That's why it was looking weird. I always thought this was a bit weird. Those are supposed to come off. It's a bit late now. Well, I can still remove those and do it. But I did build this like a long time ago. Like 10 years ago almost. But still very good looking guy. I need to get the, I'll build the Han Solo one at some point. It's like not that much tall, it's like very slightly taller. I guess if you like extend the legs out a little bit more, now you're like a Wookiee, just stretching out a bit. But really it should be like up like this, at rest. So it's not that much taller then. It's not that short. But it would be nice if they like actually reduced the length of the shins, the torso and stuff, so like it would the difference is actually visible. Let me just leave this here for a second. If somebody's joining us now, you're gonna be confused by this for a minute. I get a sandwich. I'm really very hungry right now. So, be right back in a second. Do like, subscribe, share, and all that. if you feel like it. So yeah, this was the build of Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper version, 1/12 scale. Oh, didn't see this. It says Disney on it. When did I buy this? I feel like when I built this one, it didn't say Disney on it. I need to find the... I kept the box somewhere. I folded it up and kept it, so... Try to find it, some didn't save it. If it says Disney on it, I'm gonna be sad. But yeah, it was the build of Luke Skywalker with its tri-jet. Hold on. What you called it? It is a very nice looking thing. It's like very detailed. Like it doesn't look weird. At least the one I got. It's like very, hello, how you doing, sir? Alright? I'm getting close in your face. It's working? But yeah, this is our fun stuff. I had a friend who like built one of these and would just carry it places, just put it in random situations, take pictures. So yeah, it's always like this random Stormtrooper doing things everywhere. So yeah, these are nice to have. Like I really want to get like at least 5 or 6 of these, make a whole platoon. A little bit of crud on you. The Emperor's gonna be mad. Inspection is coming. Managed to fix this little thing. Yeah, I need to. It was broken earlier, so I need to fix that. Or maybe remove it somehow, but I think it's like fixed in place now. Yeah, very nice. Hold up. Yeah, this guy can do this. So you're supposed to do the same over here. Yeah, you can kind of flex a little bit and then kind of pop back in. So when you're not using, you can flex this much. And scratch his head. He's waving hello. Or he's just giving up. You just murdered a Stormtrooper and like you don't know what to do with the body. This kind of, you know, Tuesday. That's what happens. Oh, what the heck did I get? Oh, there you go. Otherwise, it's like a very, it's basically, it's similar scale to like figure-rise kits. So they always like 1/12 scale. So if you have like 1/12 scale accessories, you can like have fun with this. and put them places. So and build like dioramas of things. So I probably should do a proper review. So yeah, very nice build, very nice quality. Fits all nicely together, more or less. The belt was a pain, as mentioned before. This here doesn't quite fit. I think Haven mentioned something about the probably right about the numbers on the like we used, like this was supposed to be the part used there, but it doesn't actually fit very well. So I had to use a different part which fit better, but still kind of loose. I ended up like wrecking it a little bit, but yeah, it should be just with a little bit of glue. Should be able to fix that in place, and it won't be any problem. The face, yeah, is painted, spray painted, according to the technology. I already forgot what it's called. How are you anyway? He's gonna power pop his way through the Death Star over there. Lots of fun to be had with this thing. Huge, I tell you. What was it called? Something power jet spray features. Let's just look at the box. New technology, triaxial jet finish. I feel it should have said that a few times. It doesn't say it more than, it only says it once on the box. Yeah, it only says it once on the box. I would thought they would like say it a few times inside as well. Everybody's falling over. It's like asking to hold hands, but he's having none of it. I'm out of here. But yeah, this is fun. It is. Well, I guess I never actually reviewed this one, but yeah, it has the range of motion isn't like extreme by any means. You can't like do a full bend here, but it is fairly okay, like for what it is, for like the armor. So I guess it makes sense. Like you have some limits. It's a bit stiff. Well, it has limit. Like you can't like fold all the way here. You do have this like this much, and yeah, and you do have a fair amount of movement here. This kind of moves a bit with it, which I think is normal. Hopefully this one doesn't fall off. It's doing a thing. Well, you get the idea. Lots of fun to be had. The shoulders kind of pop out a bit, so there's that. So you can do all sorts of things. Olay. Yeah, oodles of fun, lots and lots of fun to be had. The chest can like do a fair amount of like, yeah, this is funny. You can like bend forward quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit, but bend backwards. So it has like a decent amount of